Thanks for staying with us. This morning, we are pulling back the curtain on a world where fashion meets film, where stitches speak and fabrics tell stories. Costume design isn't just about clothes. It's about breathing life into characters, capturing culture, and translating scripts into unforgettable visuals. At the center of this creative science is none other than Yolanda Okereke, a celebrated costume designer, stylist, and visionary. She's here to walk us through her groundbreaking masterclass, The Science of Costume. The Science of Costume Design, a fresh approach that applies observation, experimentation, and analysis to the art of design. Welcome with us, Yolanda Okereke.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Costume design science.
I'm telling you.
There's a science to everything.
You have a masterclass that's coming up.
Yes.
And it's called The Science of Costume Design. Why is costume designing not an art, but a science? I've never heard that like Nima rightly said.
So my background is actually chemical engineering.
Again.
So I took that, so I call myself a fashion engineer. So I mix fashion and engineering. And the truth is, in designing costumes, there's a process that has to go from top to bottom. So it's not just picking up from the rack. So from reading the script, developing the characters, sourcing the fabric, designing with the tailors, and the final process. So everything is science, even cooking is science. And it can be art. So I just chose to like say, okay, the process is the science. The final thing you see, that's the art.
So I dabbled a bit in wardrobe management in TVC by virtue of the fact that I was head of makeup and wardrobe in TVC, and it made me, I had to study about the importance of character and how if you have like for TV, it's the show. If your show is a very serious show, you can't be wearing, you can't dress like YK, you can't do all the pink because we still have our, she does crime related shows, and we were having conversation around the fact that, you can't wear that colorful stuff because this is what your show is about, and your show is talking about crime and serious bad people and bad things they did. So you cannot be coming in and wearing floral or stuff, but you take it deeper with this masterclass. What will people be getting from engaging in your masterclass?
The entire process. So the reason why the masterclass came up in the first place was I saw a gap, and every time everybody says we have to create a second you or point to somebody. I can't do everything. There's too many projects to do. But if I can point to somebody to say, do it this way. So teaching them how to use the costume to tell a story. So I've seen movies where I just see really fine clothes, colorful, but it's not telling the story. The character is not, it's like you said, okay, look at Auntie Annie now. She came in looking, it might be her mood. She might be in the phase where for 3 months she wants to be colorful. And the next 3 months she's like, okay, you know what? I just kind of like just white or just black. So it's a state of mind as well. So that's where the character Bible comes in. So on taking them through that process so they understand where is this character, what's the trajectory of their lives at this point. So you're telling it properly. Because it also helps the characters become. So like it's like when you're shooting a movie and the character is pregnant, but the character is not actually pregnant. Sometimes the weight of the bump makes them move a little funny, makes them waddle a little bit.
Need to be heavy.
So it's the everything, yes, everything. And then like you said, the color. So if it's comedy, it's more colorful. If it's a thriller or action, it's a little darker. So using how to use the colors to also tell the story. So I'm trying to teach them how to do that.
I'm finding this very interesting. So, our own is Nollywood. What's the biggest misconception that people have about costume in this film industry in Nollywood?
It's very underrated. People feel like you can just put anything in an actor and then they become an actor. That's not true. So I always say that costume is as important as the camera. Because if your actor is on set, the camera is there, there's no outfit to wear, you can't shoot. The makeup might not be there, you can find a way to do it. The hair might not be there, you can put a scarf on the head. But if the appropriate costume for that scene or the character is not there, you can't do it. So like a reference is like Blood Sisters and Kate Henshaw. If you did not have the right representation of how she should look, she won't look like a powerful matriarch. So it's pivotal.
I kind of agree with you. I've done 2 films.
Okay.
And I don't see costume as priority because you're supposed to come with your costume. You know, if it was priority, I think that the production should have your costume together.
Yes, it shouldn't be the actor's job to do that. It should be it should be on production budget. So I would never go on a set and you say, you can't bring anything for me. It has to be provided for. So it's telling what we're supposed to tell. Because if you bring it from your house, you're looking like yourself. Then you're not a character, you're just yourself in set. So that's what we're trying to change.
I wanted to say something, but let me hold it.
Because you have been dressing yourself for many movies.
So I'm going to ask you this one out of the box.
Okay.
Like, you want to dress a Nima now, and in real life she's
And the jabbers.
a hijabite.
What would you do differently?
What would you do to portray the character if she wasn't acting the role of
Yes.
a
Yeah, I think
hijabite?
I'll take it.
I was just about to say that.
They will not give you the role.
I was just about to say, first of all, is she comfortable going out of?
Taking off the
So
hijab.
I've worked with some actors that are Muslim and always have to have the hijab. So what we do in that case is sometimes we do like a turban. So we work it into the story if it allows. Just so, because if any actor is not comfortable, no matter what you put on them, they would not be, they have to be present to be able to carry it. So it depends on what the character is. So if she's okay, because it's a film, I don't have to have my hijab or my scarf or whatever, then you build it around their personality and then who this character really is. But the comfort zone, everybody has their preference. Some people say, I don't mind deep cleavage. Someone say, okay, because I'm acting, I don't usually do that, but I can do it now. So depends on what the story allows us to tell. But the actor has to be very comfortable. If not, you won't
Yolanda,
translate anything.
You are good and
Thank
you're
you.
big, right? And
Amen.
you have been doing big productions. But we have other productions where the resources are very limited. And I'm asking because of the masterclass, I'm sure you're going to have a range of different costumiers who would be coming from maybe less less resource background, let me put it that way. How do you explain to them that even though they have limited resources, there should be a form of research, the history of the story, the culture, everything has to find a way to interface with the costume when there is no money, when they are calling actors to come with their clothes?
So thank you for that question. That is the core of the masterclass. So my target, those people you just mentioned. How do I teach you to make less more? But what's also important is for them to have access to me and my assets. Because I didn't have anybody teach me. I taught myself everything that I know and I built myself to this point. So if you have me, that means you can ask me any question. I can point you in this direction and say, go like this. Or I have something I can say, okay, I want to give it. But we also need to change that misconception of actors bringing their clothes. So I've pushed very hard in the industry that there must be a budget for wardrobe. Even if it's 500K, even if it's 200K, bring it out. I started from a wardrobe of 100K. This was at maybe
Many years ago?
Yeah, and you're supposed to use 100K to dress everybody.
Wow.
So what became of that is that everybody on this table, your wardrobe is my, that's my closet. So my father was watching TV one day, was like, that's my shit. I was like, So,
Oh my God!
Yeah. So everybody around, that's your resource. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you might not be able to get everything from the market. Does your sister have a black shirt that works for the character? I'm gonna borrow it and be like, I'll bring it back and then put it there. But you're trying to scale up. But you have to prove a point. For me to give you 5 million, I need to know that you were able to use 500 to do well. Because if you give, most people they have the money to give, but they're like, if I give this person this money, doesn't even know what to do with it. So that's why I want to teach them, like, okay, you have
How to package.
Yes.
But Yolanda, your role is so important.
Very important.
If you misses history, the culture of a film, or the psychology around, the entire script, we might just miss the movie. If Femi Adeba did not do Jagu Jagu and all those films, we will not know Nigerian epic movies.
Or when you
epic
see
film
epic movies
pictures.
where they have acrylic nails.
So
attention
how
to
important
details.
is research in these
I was
areas?
watching one the other day. The girl was a poor person.
She had lace front.
And she had this long nails.
Nails.
She was in the village or something. And I was like, how does this relate with this?
When is the setting of the film? Because
Sometimes.
villages these days, you can have long nails.
No,
So
I
Especially
think
that you don't have money to eat.
Sissy and you, we are doing palm oil in the farm and you have no money.
yeah, that's
Is it
So
possible?
sometimes it's because maybe some of them are on multiple sets, so they don't have the time to like take it off. So it's like, okay, just quickly come and do my film and then go. So but we're getting to the point where actors are being able to pay for the duration of time that they need on the set. So let's say I need you for 3 weeks. I pay you enough for 3 weeks not to
and
be
you
on this
stay.
person's set, so that
Yeah.
you don't have to be worried about how long it takes to put the acrylic nails and all that.
But if I
Film
was a
has-
director, I wouldn't allow that. I wanted you to talk
Exactly,
about the
that's
importance of
interesting.
the
Can you
research.
pay?
So the importance of the research is it allows you to know who they are, where they are coming from, what their backstory is. So we have grass to grace stories and we have grace to grass stories. So if you do not do enough research, it kind of gets lost. So things like this will happen because you're doing a research. This person is a poor girl going to the farm. Why is she going to have nails? Because if you go to the farm, you can't keep those kind of
Can't keep
nails.
those
It's
nails,
not possible. Or lace front. Why? Because I don't want to. Then tie a scarf. Girls in the village tie a scarf. So there are
cover
different
it.
ways to cover this multitude of scenes. But the truth is, our film is traveling out of Nigeria. You're on the plane. Half the people on the plane are watching Nollywood.
Yes.
I was saying in some event I was last week, and I said, I'm not a big time traveler, but I've traveled more because of film. Film has taken me out of the country so much. I just got back from Toronto, TIFF. I had a film there, Dust to Dreams, directed by Idris Elba. I did not get to stand on the stage with Idris
Big
Elba,
girl.
but I did try.
Hey! Did she just mention Idris?
This Martin, I just call
God.
her. Just call her. Just
No,
like that.
That's
And just like
prouding.
that. But that's what film did.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to tell them that
Well done.
you too can stand on a world stage just by being a filmmaker. And I could have said, oh, I was posting my CV to work as an engineer and I didn't get. It started from school. I started as a fashion designer. And somehow I just found styling, then costuming, then I had a voice of wisdom. I think it was Mildred Oko, and she's like, I think this costume design is something you should take seriously. You're really good
I
at
saw
it.
that.
And nobody has really held it down. So think about it. And I ran with those words, and it's been so many
We
many
have
wins.
to go,
We
unfortunately,
have to
but
go,
tell
but
us about
please,
this
this one.
masterclass.
Why is it Nollywood? When you are a poor person, you have African hair. When you become a girl,
You have to
all
wear
this
wigs.
kind
It's
of
the
hair.
Nigerian mentality and the
So we have to
baddie.
play with it.
So that's why we have the slay
Can you
queens, we
change
have the
it?
baddies, we have the corporate. Look at me now.
She can't change
See,
it.
and so I don't like lashes. So
Okay.
it takes a lot for you to actually put lashes on me. But then when I put it something, I'm like, oh, it don't look
Baby
bad.
girl.
Yeah, you look a
Yes.
certain way.
So I think it's a mindset thing, and it's personal to everybody.
Why don't worry
It's
when you
personal to
produce your
everybody.
own film?
But there are some films that are not like that. But I think it's also a way of showing wealth acquisition. Like, okay, you did not have enough,
Yeah.
and now also Africans are also the kind of people that when we have enough, we
Yeah,
like to
want to
show.
upgrade,
We're loud.
yes.
We're very, very loud.
But
That's why they will say,
Yolanda-
see Mark Zuckerberg will wear a T-shirt and jeans, but he has all that money.
Yeah.
But somebody else like, you gotta be
No, the
Gucci,
t-shirt
Gucci,
is not
Gucci,
cheap
Gucci.
either.
Yeah,
but it doesn't
it's still
show. We can't see the
Yeah,
label.
but is it go and check the price of
But
that
when you
t-shirt.
see the Gucci and
And
fancy,
you
you know
will
that.
know.
That's
Yeah, that's
You don't know
design.
that you're advertising.
We have to
Gucci
go.
and
So when
Okereke.
when you do your movie, he will come and act inside.
And
Exactly.
our
Our
rich.
natural
Then you
hair.
call me to do the
But Yolanda,
costume.
how do we get access to the masterclass? Because we have to let you go. When is it?
It's happening tomorrow, Wednesday
okay.
the 24th,
Can you
and
see?
Thursday the 25th.
When-
We have to
when?
shut the link down.
Okay.
Yes, because
It's
I
full.
wanted it to be very impactful. So I don't want a class of 100 people. You can't reach
Okay,
100 people.
okay.
So it's a class of 30 people, which I've had
Okay,
to
so we can
stretch
make
to
more
about
impact.
35 people, because I'm very specific about who. I had to screen everybody that entered the class. I don't want any.
Okay.
misfires.
Anyhow,
Yeah, you had to have a background of film. It's IP, you're passing knowledge. So I need to know that you need that knowledge to scale
And
to
you're
the next
going to.
level. So it's very
Yes.
important for me to do that.
Amazing. Well done, Yolanda.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for sharing this
Congratulations
with us today.
Thank
We
you.
wish you all the best and we hope
Thank
that
you.
more will come out of this masterclass.
Thank
That's
you.
all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we take a topic for today. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.